the Whispering Obelisks. In the year 2037, Dr. Harper Blake, a renowned archaeologist, leads a multinational team into the uncharted expanse of the Sahara Desert. Satellite imaging has revealed enigmatic structures buried beneath the sand formations too vast and symmetrical to be natural. Backed by a shadowy corporate benefactor with their own agenda, Harper and her team embark on a mission that promises to unravel long-forgotten secrets. The first obelisk uncovered is both a marvel and a terror. Standing over 100 feet tall, it is carved from a black, otherworldly stone that seems to drink in the desert sunlight. Symbols shift and shimmer across its surface, making prolonged observation an unsettling experience. Team linguist Dr. Elena Vasquez calls the markings ancient, older than human civilization, perhaps older than Earth itself. As the days wear on, the desert grows restless. Temperatures spike and drop without explanation, and fierce windstorms carve fleeting, unnatural patterns in the sand. At night, faint whispers are carried on the wind, growing louder with each passing evening. Team members report vivid, disturbing dreams of alien landscapes and impossible geometries. Cameras malfunction, recording only static and distorted audio. The whispers persist even on playback. Something, or someone, watches from the edges of their camp. The first team member vanishes a week into the dig. A geologist wanders into the dunes, claiming he saw figures moving in the distance. He's never seen again. Another begins muttering fragments of an alien language in his sleep. Fear takes hold of the team, fracturing their morale. Harper records her mounting dread in her journal, desperate to maintain a semblance of control. Yet, a single, gnawing question haunts her. Were we ever meant to find this? Dr. Vasquez's work becomes more obsessive as she delves deeper into deciphering the obelisk's cryptic carvings. Each symbol she translates feels like unlocking a door that should have stayed closed. The fragmented meaning she pieces together begins to paint a horrifying picture. The obelisks, she discovers, are not monuments nor markers. They are cages, prisons for beings of unimaginable power. These entities, known only as the others, are not gods, nor demons, but something far worse. Cosmic swarms of shapeless darkness that devour everything in their path. Stars, matter, light, even time itself. They are predators on a scale beyond human comprehension, consuming entire civilizations until nothing remains. Elena uncovers that the builders of the obelisks were not human, but an ancient, advanced race that arrived on Earth eons ago. They had fled their homeworlds after the others consumed their star system, leaving nothing behind but barren husks of lifeless planets. In their desperation, this race used their remaining technology to construct the obelisks as containment structures, hoping to imprison the swarm and delay the inevitable. But their efforts were far from perfect. The symbols carved into the obelisks were warnings, not solutions. They served to guide anyone who might encounter the structures to keep them sealed, and above all, never attempt to decipher their secrets. Elena's findings reveal one more chilling truth. The obelisks were never meant to last. They were a desperate gamble against forces far beyond their creator's power. She finds hieroglyphs depicting stars fading into darkness and galaxies collapsing, an omen of what will come should the obelisks ever fail. Elena confides these revelations to Harper late one night, her voice trembling. "We shouldn't be here," she whispers, gripping the journal tight. "We've already crossed the line." They're waking up because we're trying to understand them, but it's too late. That night, Ajay, his mind fractured by paranoia and inexplicable visions, aligns the obelisk's shifting carvings into a coherent pattern, activating it. The underground arc. The desert trembles violently as the obelisk hums louder than ever before. A piercing, otherworldly scream echoes across the sands, sending chills through every bone in Harper's body. The obelisk begins to secrete a viscous, black liquid that spreads unnaturally, consuming the light around it and warping its surroundings. From the liquid emerge shadowy figures, elongated, unnatural, their forms shifting and twisting with too many eyes, too many mouths. Their whispers fill the air, a cacophony of alien voices blending into despair and madness. Chaos erupts in the camp as the black liquid expands, devouring everything in its path. Harper, Elena, and the few remaining survivors flee into the excavation pit. There, they uncover a hidden staircase spiraling deep beneath the sands. With no other options, they descend into the darkness. The team finds themselves in an enormous subterranean complex, its architecture alien and unsettling in its perfection. The walls are smooth, seamless, and cold to the touch, pulsing faintly with the same rhythmic hum as the awakened obelisk above. Bioluminescent veins run along the walls and ceiling, casting the space in an eerie, bluish light. The air smells metallic, heavy with an energy that makes the hair on Harper's arms stand on end. As they venture deeper, they come across vast hieroglyphic murals that tell a grim story. They depict an ancient race, impossibly advanced, that once inhabited a distant star system. This civilization discovered the others when their worlds were consumed, leaving behind only barren husks of planets. Desperate to save themselves, they fled to Earth, building the obelisks as prisons to contain the swarm. Yet, even with all their technology and knowledge, they knew their efforts were a temporary measure. The murals end with images of stars being extinguished, one by one. In the heart of the complex lies a vast chamber, dominated by a crystalline sphere suspended in the air. The sphere glows faintly, pulsating with an energy that seems to resonate with the obelisks above. Elena, drawn to the sphere as if hypnotized, begins muttering fragments of the obelisk symbols. "It's alive," she whispers. "It's calling me." Harper begs Elena to stay back, but Elena ignores her, pressing her hand to the sphere. The reaction is instantaneous. The sphere erupts in a blinding flash of light, and when Harper's vision clears, Elena is gone. The sphere now pulses with shadows that move on their own, twisting and shifting into grotesque shapes. They speak in voices that mock Harper, mimicking her team's cries for help. Ajay is the next to succumb. Tendrils of darkness emerge from the walls, pulling him into the shadows. His screams echo long after his body disappears. Harper, trembling and alone, realizes the horrific truth. The obelisks were not built to destroy the others, but to delay their inevitable return. And now, that delay has ended. Emerging from the underground complex, Harper stumbles into a transformed world. The black liquid has spread across the sands, weaving intricate vein-like patterns that pulse in rhythm with the obelisk's ominous hum. The structures, now fully activated, emit beams of light into the night sky, converging on a single, rippling point of distortion in the heavens. The hum builds to an ear-splitting crescendo. Suddenly, the sky tears open, a massive rift forming in the fabric of space itself. Through the breach spills an infinite darkness, an unfathomable swarm of shadowy forms that twist and writhe against the backdrop of the void. Harper watches, frozen, as the first of the others emerges. Its form is incomprehensible, constantly shifting between shapes that no human mind could fully grasp. It is both immense and infinite, its shadow stretching across the desert and blotting out the stars. The temperature plummets as its presence consumes all warmth and light, replacing them with an oppressive, cosmic silence. The rift continues to expand, and through it, Harper glimpses entire galaxies, collapsing into nothingness as the others advance. The scale of their hunger is incomprehensible. They are not beings, but extinction itself, devouring everything in their path. Desperate, Harper clutches a recording device and begins transmitting a final warning. "Do not come here. Do not search for us. The stars are empty because we brought them back. And now, there is no escape." As she speaks, more entities pour through the rift, their whispers forming an overwhelming symphony of despair. The black liquid rises around her, its tendrils reaching skyward to meet the descending swarm. The obelisks, now silent, stand as monuments to humanity's arrogance, their purpose fulfilled. The end. Like and subscribe for more.